Good evening to those listening. July 13th, 2024, 9:57 p.m. And Paul Begley, from a few hours ago, had Mike from Around the World on, and he says some things about what he thinks is going to happen. And here, I'll just play it.
We're asking, of course, in the chat room, is this the stone steps? We saw the president being taken down the steps by the Secret Service, rushed into a SUV, a black one. They're asking, was this the stone step moment?
Well, I'll tell you, identification of the stone steps in that setting, Pastor Paul, he was being escorted, right? He was being escorted.
Yes, he was.
In that dream, though, he had two people that escorted him in uniforms I'd never seen at that time, right? They were in uniform. So that means, now that could have been symbolic or something else. Here's how we're going to know it was the stone steps. The people are going to be polarized, right? And then right after that, a disaster hits, right?
Dear
That's when 20 million are gone.
Dear
They're
Lord.
just gone. Yeah.
20 million
That's
people.
Right after the stone steps.
That sounds like, obviously that could be a catastrophe, but it sounds more like a nuclear thermal attack.
Yeah, those were inbound. It looked like inbound warheads were coming into America, and it looked like New York City was really hit somewhere around that proximity. But I know 20 million were gone.
Mike, we have more breaking news now. The shooter was on the rooftop. Shooter was on a rooftop. Obama has now spoken. He has said absolutely no place for political violence in our democracy. Although we don't yet know exactly what happened, he said, we should be relieved that former President Trump wasn't seriously hurt and to use this moment to recommit ourselves to civility and respect in our politics. Michelle Obama and I are wishing him a quick recovery. Right?
All right, here's the other part that I wanted you to hear what he said.
Would Antifa be involved? Is there anything like that you're hearing?
There are heavier players in motion right now, right? Much heavier players. Now, they're going to have a cover story, right? Because they're not going to disclose. That would be pretty heavy for the nation right now, right?
Right.
But unfortunately, I'll just tell you now, a second attempt will likely take place. And a third and a fourth and a fifth. In other words, once those calls go out, they're not going to stop. Right? They're just not going to stop. And so what they should do right now is reestablish security measures, protective measures for both immediately.
Yes.
So he thinks there's going to be more attempts on his life. That goes with the stone steps. I don't know if you're familiar with Mike from Around the World or not, but he talks about that. It's his dream he had, and the coffin with him in it. And then the country's divided, which would happen. And then he says there's going to be an event. He didn't say who did it, but 20 million would be gone right after that happened. All right. Thanks for watching. And pray, pray, pray. God bless.